Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Today our topic is degrees of adjectives. Let's review what are adjectives. Adjectives are words that describe a noun or a pronoun. That means it describes a person, place, animal, object, or an idea or thought. So let's see how are adjectives used. The tall boy has a blue ball. So what type of boy? Tall boy. And what type of ball? Blue ball. So blue ball tells us about the color of the ball, and tall tells us about the size of the boy. The careful students were doing nice work. So what kind of students were they? They were careful and the work was nice. The happy baby had a big smile on her face. Big and happy. Happy tells us about the feelings of the baby, and big tells us about the size of the smile the baby has on her face. Efficient people have completed their lengthy assignments. So the assignment was lengthy and efficient people have completed them. What kind of people? Efficient people. You have a wonderful imagination, mashallah. So what kind of imagination do you have? Wonderful. Flowers are beautiful creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what kind of creation are flowers? They are a beautiful creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So all of these are different types of adjectives. They talk about color, they talk about size, they talk about the quality of the noun. So this is what the adjectives do in a sentence. This is a tall tree. This tree is taller than that tree. This is the tallest tree. Now here also we have used three forms of the same adjective, and they are called degrees. So tall is the positive degree, taller is the comparative degree, and the tallest is the superlative degree. So they are also adjectives. So this kind of adjective you have seen on the previous slide. But this is an adjective that we use to compare two things. That this tree is taller than that tree, and usually we use than with it. And the one that is the tallest amongst all of these three, we use the superlative degree, tallest, and before the superlative degree we will always have the. Let's look at another example. This is a hippopotamus. It is a big animal. An elephant is bigger than a hippopotamus. So we are comparing the hippopotamus and the elephant. And the elephant is bigger than the hippopotamus. The blue whale is the biggest animal on earth. So it is bigger than the elephant and bigger than all the big animals. So the blue whale is the biggest animal on earth. This is the superlative degree, and that is why we have used the before it. Don't forget that we use the before the superlative degree. This is a short pencil. This pencil is shorter than the first pencil. This pencil is the shortest of all pencils. So you can see three pencils here, and this one is the shortest of all pencils. This is a long branch of tree. This is a longer branch, longer than this branch. This is the longest of all these branches. So amongst these branches, this one is the longest. This is a wide road. This road is wider than that road. This road is the widest of all these roads. This is a narrow river. It's not very broad. You can see that we can go across it very easily. So it is not very broad. It is narrow. This river is narrower than that river. This is the narrowest of all these rivers. So this is the narrowest. Now here you can see that in the first column we have some positive adjectives, then we have comparative adjectives, and then the superlative adjectives. When we compare two things, we use the comparative adjective, and then we compare more than two things. When we are talking about the best among all, we use the superlative degree. So neat, neater, the neatest. Fast, faster, the fastest. Hot, hotter, the hottest. Close, closer, the closest. Clean, cleaner, the cleanest. Deep, deeper, the deepest. Cold, colder, the coldest. But you can see in this slide, here we have adjectives that follow a rule. So neat becomes neater by adding er when we are comparing two things. And all of these are following this rule. So they are very disciplined and obedient kind of adjectives. And here we have est added to all of them. And we always use the with the superlative degree. So all of these are regular adjectives and they follow rules. Whereas there are some naughty adjectives too, which do not follow any rule and they have their own specific comparative and superlative degrees. So here are just a few examples. Good, better, the best. Bad, worse, the worst. Little, less, the least. Far, further, the farthest. Many, more, the most. So these are the naughty ones. Let's do an exercise. You have to fill in the blanks with the correct degree of adjectives. The whole here is dash than that whole over there. And you have to use the correct degree of the adjective deep. The whole here is, yes, deeper than that hole over there. Number 2, my bag is dash than yours. And the adjective is heavy. My bag is correct, heavier than yours. Which is the dash mountain in the world? And the adjective is high. Which is the correct, highest? River Nile is considered the dash river of the world, but some scientists argue that Amazon is dash than Nile. And the adjective here is long. River Nile is considered the longest river of the world, but some scientists argue that Amazon is longer than Nile. Ahmed is the dash boy in our family. Nobody is dash than him. And the adjective is lazy. Ahmed is the laziest boy in our family. Nobody is lazier than him. Here we have the hint, the laziest, and here we have the hint, than. The last sentence. The snowflake is dash but a feather is dash and the adjective is light. The snowflake is light, but a feather is correct, lighter. That's all for today. Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.